Hello and welcome back for more PSCL baseball action. Second game of the doubleheader at the stadium here today at Palm Springs Stadium. We got a great one brewing here. It's the Lumberjacks versus the Rush. The Lumberjacks are undefeated. The Rush have been really solid to start this year as well. I'm Zach Reynolds. Alongside me today is Mr. Alex Ogletree. How you doing, Alex?
Doing well, man. Looking forward to it. Should be pretty solid matchup here. Really excited to see how these teams kind of get after it. Obviously, these guys trying to stay high in the standings with PSCL. About a little bit under halfway now. But, you know, looking forward to how the rest of the season goes, and we'll see how everything kind of plays out as the day goes on.
Absolutely. On the mound for the Rush, start things off. They're listed as the home team here. It's going to be Lucas Weckerl, 5'11", 175. He's uncommitted right now. He'll be playing in the uncommitted game coming up soon. A lot of uncommitted guys here in the PSCL, and that's why they're here, trying to earn their spots. He'll be facing off against the Lumberjacks, the highly touted Lumberjacks. Great lineup they have. Leading off for them is Stillwell, as we're about to get underway here just a little early, only 11:26, scheduled for an 11:30 start, but the previous game, another great one. Bombers won that one 3-2.
Good to see the Bombers get a win. Love that for them.
So Weckerl's first pitch inside, 1-0 to Stillwell.
Nothing doing there. First pitch of the game, a lot of people say has to be a strike. I'm not the biggest believer in it.
Weckerl, a southpaw, working against Caden Stillwell. He's from the right side out of Ventura College. 1-0 pitch. Swung on that one, foul tipped. Caught a piece of the catcher there, David Orozco.
That looked like a slider to you there?
Yeah, a little bit. Caught a little bit more of the plate than he probably wanted, but just a foul tip, so no harm done.
He's probably lucky that these are only the first at-bats of the game, because a little bit later on in the day, guys see some live arms. That ball might get taken for a ride.
Absolutely. Still early here. Just got underway. Weckerl steps back on the rubber, digs in a little bit. Working against Caden Stillwell. 1-1 count. 1-1 offering. That one's up high. It's 2 balls, 1 strike. Stillwell playing at third base today to start for Coach Sam DiMatteo and the Lumberjacks. Ahead in the count here, 2 balls, 1 strike. Strike on the inner half there, 2-2.
Really good pitch there. Seems like we're trying to go into out here on the mound, which I like. Starting off a game that way, if you can command both sides of the plate, it's going to be a long day for these hitters.
An even 2-2 count. Let's see if he goes back outside, follows the pattern. The pitch from Weckerl does go outside. That one's in the dirt. Apparently I was wrong, so Stillwell takes first base on the base on balls. And that'll bring up next number 15, Chase Robertson, out of Benedictine College.
And Coach Sam making his way over to the third base coach spot. Sam DiMatteo, head coach at College of the Desert. I know that they like to run a lot, so we'll see how the Jacks play it here.
First pitch, outside corner, strike 1. 0-1 on Robertson.
You know, I think regardless of how much the Lumberjacks like to run, just based on that first pitch with a runner on there, runner on first base there for the Jacks took a really hard jab step back towards first base. So don't really know how they're going to do on the run game today.
Always tough with the southpaw on the mound. Weckerl checks runner, fires home, the 1-0. Or the 0-1, excuse me, and that one's in the dirt, makes it 1-1.
You know, if I'm on the hill here, I'm really thinking, look, I got a lefty-lefty matchup. Tailor-made double play ball is what I'm trying to get out of here with. Trying to go something away, maybe get my shortstop involved early, get the confidence built up.
1-1 count, runner goes. That one's outside. Throw down from Orozco. Up high, tag, not in time. Stillwell takes second base, and there goes that traditional double play opportunity.
Well, I guess I can eat my words there about a double play ball with a lefty on the bump, am I right?
And Robertson's got his hitter's 2-1 count. So what do you do here? You know, what are you looking for at the plate with nobody out and a 2-1 count, runner at second?
I think as a pitcher on the hill, you're in a really tough spot right now. This guy bearing down on you, and you got a 2-1 count behind you. I think it's difficult because, oh, here we go. Now runners advance.
Orozco can't find the ball. That one up and into Robertson. It's now 3-1. Ball dropped out of the glove, and he couldn't find it. So now that go-ahead run, the first run of the game, potentially 90 feet away. And a good hitter's count here for Robertson.
I think if Robertson just understands the situation, it's a ground ball away from putting your guys on the board here to start. That's a really easy task.
3-1 pitch outside. He'll take his walk. Runners will be at the corners. And here comes the 3-hole hitter for the Lumberjacks. And that is Harmon. He's played leadoff hitter for them a couple of times. He's in the 3-hole today with a big RBI opportunity. Runners at the corners and nobody out. Caleb Harmon from Concordia, Ann Arbor, steps in from the lefty batter's box. Another lefty-lefty matchup here.
You know, if I'm the pitcher, I'm okay with that walk there. Give ourselves a chance to get 2 for 1 here.
First pitch swinging is Harmon, and he misses it 0-1.
I think, too, defensively, it kind of opens you up a little bit, too, because you can kind of bring your corner guys in, see if we got a chance to save a run at the plate, or we can always just go for that double play ball if it's taking us either way. So, not the worst-case scenario ever.
0-1 count. Walker checks the runner's long look over at Robertson at first. Now he'll fire 0-1 home. Swing and a miss. He's got him 0-2.
Building some confidence with the fastball. I like it. I say we climb the ladder again, and we just keep going up and up and up.
Got him swinging twice now. See if he goes back to it or wastes something.
Trying to elevate maybe something in here.
0-2 pitch. This one swung, hitting the center field.
Show it off.
Catch will be made by Licari. Throw home, and it is a cannon. Ooh. And that holds up the leadoff hitter Stillwell at third base.
That's a huge play there to keep that runner at bay at third base.
That one hit decently into center, but shallow enough with Licari's arm. Stillwell broke towards home and then had to be held up, so now 1 away. Here comes Jarrett Batanian, one of the hitters of the week in the first week of the PSCL.
You know, when I'm looking at it, this Lumberjacks lineup is just.
Runner goes. First pitch up high. Throw down from Orozco. Runner breaks home. Safe at second, safe at home. And the Lumberjacks take the lead. It's 1-0.
Lumberjacks showing off that run game early. That's what they like to do, and that's how they score the runs.
If you're going to make the throw to second, trying to get the runner, Wackerl on the mound. Runner at second base, still just 1 out here in the top of the first. This one fouled straight back from Batanian. 1-1.
Batanian gets a ball above here. That ball's going somewhere deep.
So 1-1 count. Lumberjacks already up 1-0, trying to push across some more with Batanian at the plate. 1-1 offering from Wackerl up high. It's 2-1.
Well, Carl seems to be really relying on that fastball elevated, and so far it seemed to work for him. I think we stick with it, especially with lefties in the lineup. Keep elevating that fastball. Good things should happen.
Comes set for the 2-1. Checks the runner at second, fires home. This one checks swing, but fouled off.
Little excuse me swing there. Probably didn't want to pull the trigger. He probably picked up spin a little early and thought that one was going to drop in there, and maybe a little bit of a backed up slider there on the upper part of the plate.
So that makes it an even 2-2. Wackerl looking for his second out of the inning. Runner goes. 2-2 pitch outside, ball in the dirt. Orozco doesn't have a chance. Moving up to third base. That's Robertson. So now 1 down and a full 3-2 count for Batanian. He's got another runner just 90 feet away. Wackerl laboring here in the first. Takes a deep breath. 3-2 payoff pitch. This one's popped up left side. Going back on into foul territory. The third baseman coming in, and he cannot make the play. He's coming up on that media box over there.
That's such a tough one to make there. Ball spinning away from you, maybe thinking, oh, do I have enough space here? I'm not too sure how I feel about going into foul territory here. You got to deal with the other team's dugout. Like you said, Zach, you got to deal with the media box. And then, of course, you've got the sun that we have out here in Palm Springs, and just a pretty deadly mix for an infielder.
Yeah, mix that with a little wind, bringing it back at the last second.
Tough play.
Batanian gets a second chance at life here in this at-bat. 3-2 payoff pitch again. Fouls it back again.
Batanian selling out to the fastball here. I love that approach from this guy with a full count.
Well, there's certainly been a ton of them so far from Weckerl here in the first inning. See if Batanian can sit on one or if Weckerl tries to throw something else up there. Robertson off third, 3-2 payoff pitch. Weckerl to Batanian. And Batanian's rung up on the lower third of the strike zone there for out number 2.
Really good pitch there, especially when we've been elevating the fastball all day. We get that low, down in the zone fastball freeze pitch. That's the way it's done. That's a great job right there by Weckerl.
That'll bring up Brecklin Hadley for the Lumberjacks. The backstop. Hitting from the left side again for the Lumberjacks. That one buzzes the tower, 1-0. A lot of lefties in this Lumberjack lineup.
Another one on deck, too. Put them all in there today.
Hadley from St. Olaf College. He's got a 1-0 count. The pitch from Weckerl. Outside, 2 balls, no strikes.
And I wonder if the lineup design today was by choice by Sam, because obviously left-handed hitters have an issue with left-handed pitchers. But if you talk to any left-handed pitcher, they're definitely more comfortable sometimes pitching to righties, because that's a majority of the hitters that they're going to see in a season.
That one misses up high. Yeah, sometimes, I mean, it's just the amount of innings you get against one or the other. The repetition of facing righties can help them out a lot. Obviously, everybody immediately thinks lefty-lefty matchup goes to the pitcher. That's not necessarily always the case. This one in there for a strike. Two outs here, top of the first. Jacks with one across already, looking for another. Pitch from Weckerl in the dirt. And Hadley, will take his walk back to runners at the corners. What's your two-out approach at the plate here, Alex, as you come up with runners at the corners?
Well, I think we've already got one run across. If I'm the Jacks right now, I am still in drive the ball mode. It's the first inning. You got nothing to lose. You're trying to drive a ball into a gap and hopefully get that guy on first to score. Try and get as many runs as you can, jump out to an early lead, and go start attacking.
That'll be the job for Jaden Pickowitz here at the dish. That one's inside, 1 ball, no strikes.
Weckerl seems to be missing in a lot with that fastball right now, and I wonder if that is kind of the idea that they had as going after so many lefties in this lineup today.
Cam Tarlin leads off first. He's the courtesy runner for the catcher, Hadley. And now he's caught in a rundown. Good move from Weckerl. Back to first. Run comes across the plate. Still in a rundown. And now the tag will be made. He is out. That'll end the inning.
Great base run in there by the Lumberjacks. Able to steal another run there.
Makes it 2-0. Lumberjacks as we head to the bottom of the first. Rush with a chance to answer after this. Zach Reynolds, Alex Ogletree here with you for the bottom of the first now. Jacks lead 2-0. Rush with their chance to answer. Joseph Licari coming up to the dish. He's the center fielder, leading things off for the Rush. First pitch from Seth Gillespie on the mound. That one's inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Gillespie out of Sonoma State.
If I'm Gillespie here, I'm really just thinking attack the zone, fill it up, try and keep these guys at bay.
That one fouled straight back, 1-1. Just trying to get back to the bats in a hurry. The Lumberjacks seem to be doing well at the plate, so why not get it back to them as soon as you can?
Absolutely. I mean, your offense puts up 2 runs for you in the top of the first. You want to get it back on their end as fast as you possibly can.
There's a strike on the inner half. It's quickly 1 ball, 2 strikes on Joseph Licari. Licari from Corbin University. 1-2 pitch, breaking ball, stays up and in, 2-2.
Weckerly and Gillespie both seem to have a little bit of an issue with the backed up breaking balls today.
Check swing, did he go? He did. Licari down on strikes. Nice fastball there, up and in. Got him to commit too early, couldn't pull it back.
Really good pitch there, especially after that slider we just.
It's going to bring up Cade Amine out of Chabot College. Trying to get things going for the Rush. You mentioned those breaking balls getting backed up a little bit for both pitchers. Could just be that it's early. We'll see if they can get into a groove. That one, a swing and a miss.
Yeah, I'm sure as the day goes on, these guys will both find their release points, find where the pressure needs to be for each of these pitches, and they'll end up figuring it out. We might see some Frisbees today.
That one's in there for a strike, and now it's 0-2 on Amine. Gillespie working fast and working efficient so far.
Yeah, Gillespie with a lot of confidence right now, getting the ball and saying, let's go. Toe in and let's roll.
0-2 pitch, just outside. 1-2 now.
Just keep nibbling the outside, keep going to that. I love it.
Gets his sign, goes into the windup, kicks, deals. 1-2 pitch to the backstop. It's 2-2. Blake Nelson on deck for the Rush.
If you notice, too, that was the first fastball he's thrown in on the inner half of the plate. I feel like that right there might be a release point.
That one in the dirt as well, so that runs it to 2-2.
Try and go in there and maybe, let the arm travel a little bit too far before we let that ball out of the hand. Seems to be happening right now.
Next pitch to Amine. This one swung, hit to the right side, handled at second, and thrown across to first, 2 down. That's Chase Robertson over there at second base for the Lumberjacks. And that will bring up Blake Nelson for the Rush now, with 2 up, 2 down in the inning. Gillespie trying to work quick here, like we mentioned, get it back to the bats. So good so far. That one misses low and in to Nelson. It's 1 ball, no strikes.
If I'm Nelson, I'm trying to see a couple pitches here. Good approach, stay up the middle, try and extend the inning here. Keep Weckerly in the dugout for a little longer.
This one's popped up right side, floating out of play. Gillespie just gets the ball, steps right back on the rubber. He'll step off now, but he's been working quick here. I mean, that's a good sign that him and the catcher are on the same page. Strike on the outside corner there. 1-2.
Absolutely. Big confidence boost, you and your catcher. Battery firing on all cylinders this morning, looking good, rolling.
The sign is got from Hadley. Pitch in, swing and a miss. 1-2-3 inning for Seth Gillespie. Back to the Jacks bats when we come back. Top of the second now here for PSCL baseball action here on June 22nd, 2023. Stepping up to the plate, it's going to be for the Lumberjacks, Jaden Pickowitz, as he was left standing at the plate after a runner was caught in a rundown to end the top of the first, but a run scored on that play. First pitch from Weckerly misses. 1 ball, no strikes.
If I'm Weckerly here, same deal, just trying to attack. Fill up the zone, later part of the lineup, go after these guys.
That pitch buzzes the tower. It's 2 balls, no strikes. Pickowitz ahead in the count. Pickowitz asks for and Griffin due up.
If I'm Pickowitz, I'm swinging out of my shoes 2-0 if there's a good one.
2-0 offering. Way up and away. 3 balls, no strikes. Give him the green light here?
Absolutely. Try and put the pressure on these guys. And you know what? If we got a 2-run lead, even if we give him the green light and he pops up to the second baseman, can't tell us we weren't aggressive.
We'll see if the green light is on. 3-0 from Weckerly. In there for a strike. Same thought now?
Yeah, absolutely. Swing it. We're out here, PSCL, trying to put on a show. Let's go do it.
Here comes the 3-1. Big swing, but a big miss there. It's run full, 3 balls, 2 strikes.
I love the big swing there. Love that. 3-1, got to pull the trigger, let it eat.
So a full count now here. Weckerly working against Jaden Pickowitz. Swing and a miss. Weckerly got his man, came back down 3-0, gets the strikeout. Good old-fashioned hard ball right there.
Yeah, what a way to work back into that one for Weckerly. That was awesome. Good to see that, and that's going to be a huge confidence boost going into these next couple of innings for him.
Just going to bring up Leo Asfar now. 6'1", 190, uncommitted player, playing designated hitter today.
Probably pretty happy about that just to see a change of pace. Can finally throw the ball the way he wants to, and that was indicative there. First pitch strike.
Got him swinging at our fastball up and in. Looks into Orozco, gets his sign, comes set, and fires home. That one's left up. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Good adjustment there at the plate. Got to stay away from the stuff up because that's what Weckerly wants you to do.
Been throwing a lot of high fastballs, getting some chases on it. See if the Lumberjacks can adjust. 1-1 pitch. This one's tapped up the middle. Over to get it at second and fire across. What a play out there from Cade Amine. Ranging to his right, throwing off balance.
Very good play there by Amine. Showing off the range, throwing off the back foot. Looked like a PSCL Robinson Cano there.
Prime Robinson Cano, that would be. Not the current. I'm going to bring up Drew Griffin with 2 down here in the top of the second. Weckerly settling in now after giving up a couple in the top of the first. First pitch to Griffin. He goes first pitch swinging. Hits this one really hard out in the left field, but right at the left fielder for the out. Unlucky there. 1-2-3 inning for Lucas Weckerly. Back to the Rush Bats. Stay tuned on the PSCL Baseball YouTube channel. Zach Reynolds, Alex Ogletree back with you for the bottom of the second here. PSCL baseball, Jacks versus Rush. Jacks lead it 2-0. Apple step, Jeremy Brown trying to get something going for his Rush.
Gillespie didn't get a ton of time to rest there.
That one fouled out of play.
Weckerly put up a good inning of work there, and I think Gillespie stick with the same approach. You got a 2-run lead, attack these hitters, but Rush a little confidence here.
This one hit left side. That's going to get down for a base hit for Jeremy Brown. Took it the other way. That's the first base runner for the Rush.
Solid piece of hitting there. Go the other way, drive it. Love it. Stick with the approach. Get a couple base runners. Let's go score some runs. Rush dugout fired up about that one.
Yeah, and that's just a good piece of hitting. That'll bring up the third baseman, Sawyer Ewert. He's had a triple in this stadium earlier on in the week, or towards the end of last week. Swings and misses at that one. It's 0-1.
Seemed like Ewert was trying to elevate there, and I'm kind of a fan of that. Swing hard.
Brown leads off first, 0-1. That one's behind Ewert, and Brown will move up to second easily. If Ewert was not awake, he is now.
Yeah, Ewert doesn't seem to be the biggest fan of that one there. Doesn't seem to be a happy camper walking back up towards the plate now.
Coach Sam DiMatteo walks out, and then now walks back to the dugout. Just had a short word for Gillespie there. Back in the box. 1-0. That one's inside. Looks like Gillespie's going inside on purpose, maybe just a little bit more inside than he's wanting.
Just got to hunker down here. We're good.
Brown at second. Nobody out here. 2-0. Swing and a miss.
Pitch there by Gillespie. Getting Ewert to swing right over top of one.
Ewert trying to bring home the first rush run.
If I'm Ewert, I'm really trying to stick to the same approach as leadoff hitter had. Stay the other way, and even if an infielder gets to it on the right side, we at least can advance that runner over to third. Try and get a run early.
Productive outs.
Absolutely.
Nobody out here in the bottom of the second. Breaking ball fouled off. And Sawyer Ewert staying alive here.
Ewert seeing a lot of pitches here. Big confidence boost. The more you see, the more you know about them.
Ewert rocking the bright green shoes, still in the box here, working against Seth Gillespie. The next pitch, swing and a miss. Gillespie got him, one down.
Ewert might have been a little bit fooled there, maybe sitting on something soft, and he got a fastball a little bit up in the zone.
Gillespie swiped back at that ball as he got it back from his catcher, maybe a little upset with himself that he couldn't get that out sooner. Now that bringing it up to the plate, it's going to be Trine Schmidthuper. Still with a good opportunity for the Rush, one down with a runner at second base. That's Brown. That one's inside, 1-0.
Middle infielder's doing a great job for the Jacks, holding that runner on at second base.
Next pitch, also inside, a little closer to the plate that time. Couldn't get the call.
Gillespie is a little bit unpleased with that call there. Can't say I blame him.
2-0 pitch now. That one way up and in. So it's now 3 balls, no strikes.
Zach, we just talked about it for the Lumberjacks. I'm a big fan of the 3-0 green light here.
I think my philosophy has always been one pitch, one spot. You don't want to just swing at anything, but if you get that fastball right where you want it, you got to take a hack.
Absolutely.
No free strikes. 3-0 pitch. It's inside. Didn't have to swing there. He'll take his base.
Good at bat there. Took a couple tough pitches. Rush building up some momentum here.
It's going to bring up Marcus Burton to the plate.
Rush dugout staying in it, staying live, staying active, making some solid noise over there. Could use themselves a nice base knock here again to keep that going.
This one's fouled back. So 0-1 on Burton.
Just a little behind there from Burton, but adjustment should be coming here pretty soon.
He's got 2 runners on, with just 1 out here, bottom of the 2nd inning. Rush trying to get on the board. They trail 2-0 to the Lumberjacks. That one spins Burton away. It's 1-1.
There's another one of those backed up breaking balls. Just not cutting the way he wants it to.
That one over Burton's head. It's 2-1. A lot of stuff missing up and in from Gillespie here. Burton at the dish from Southwest College, 6'3", 215, big guy, and I've seen him make a diving play from center field. He's playing right field today. He's a good player for the Rush.
Absolutely. You always love when a big, strong guy like that can also show off some of his athletic prowess, moving around the way he does.
Big guy, expect to have some power. Maybe he can show it off here. Hitters count. 2-1 pitch. Fouled it straight back. Just missed that one.
Really good pass there.
So 2-2 now. With 1 down, a ground ball could potentially get him out of it. But a ball in the gap could put the Rush on the board and maybe even tie it.
If I'm Burton, I'm sitting dead red heater here.
2-2 pitch. Took that one, dropped off the table. He was able to lay off. It's full 3-2.
2 out of the 3 balls Gillespie's thrown for balls here in this at-bat have been the breaking ball. If I'm Burton, dead red heater, looking for something up in the zone, try and take something for a ride.
That one's in the dirt. Burton takes his walk that loads the bases with just 1 out. Really big opportunity for Rush here. The catcher, David Orozco, coming to the dish out of Golden West College.
Nothing doing in the pen yet for the Jacks, so this just might be a quick conversation here with Coach DiMatteo and his starter, Gillespie.
Whole infield comes in for a meeting of the minds, trying to talk things over. Like seeing the infield come in just to talk things over. You know, you got to know if it's hit too soft, maybe just go home for the 1 force out. If it's hit hard enough, go for that double play to end the inning.
Absolutely. And so I'll be honest, Zach, I know we've mentioned this before. I actually played for Coach Sam 4 summers ago for the Lumberjacks, and I am a PSCL champion. But I know how Coach Sam is. I know his demeanor. He's probably up there right now telling him, hey, we're good. We still got the lead. Let's throw some good quality pitches here. Get your double play ground ball, and let's go ahead and let's go keep banging these bats.
1 pitch away for either side. 1 pitch away potentially for getting out of the inning for the Lumberjacks, and 1 pitch away from doing some damage for David Orozco at the plate. Let's see who gives in.
A lot of momentum here for the Rush. Let's see if they can capitalize on it.
First pitch from Gillespie, swing and a miss. Foul tip caught by Hadley behind the dish. It's 0-1. Aggressive hack there from Orozco. A little out in front. 0-1 pitch. Strike on the inner half. Quickly 0-2. Stared back in towards the home plate umpire. But regardless, he's down 0-2 here with 1 down. Bases loaded, bottom of the 2nd inning. Rush looking to get on the board. The pitch from Gillespie. In the dirt, good block from Hadley.
Really good block there. Save himself a run. Kind of back to that confidence thing we were talking about last inning. You know, building up that confidence with your battery mate. Good thing to have, especially in a spot like this.
1-2 pitch. In the dirt, good block again. It's 2-2. Orozco evens the count up.
You know, I like this approach here from Gillespie. Spiking 2, breaking balls, trying to go for that good, big punch-out pitch. Like I just said, keeping the confidence with his catcher.
2-2 offering. This one hit up the middle. Gebert flips. Can't be caught. A run will come in. Great play by Gebhardt to try to get that one, but he couldn't make the flip. So it's now 2-1. Rush get on the board.
Really good range there by Gebhardt.
Yeah, tried to make the athletic flip for the out, could not get it, so the bases remain loaded. And that'll bring up Austin Andrchik. He goes first pitch swing, and this one's up the middle, past the diving second baseman. 1 run in. Here comes another throw. Comes home. It's cut off. 2 runs will score. They got a run down now here. They'll tag him. Oh, no, they're going to call interference as Gebhardt got in the way there, so the runner gets to take third base. No out recorded there. Still just 1 out. And with 2 runs scoring on the play, the Rush take the lead 3-2.
Smart base run in there, making sure the umpire knows, hey, this guy's in my way. I'm trying to get back to my base, and I can't move. He's fired up over there on third base, and I can't say I blame him. Heads up play there.
That one blocked in the dirt. Runner takes off towards second. Hadley will eat it.
This is a momentum fest right now for the Rush. Gotta try and put the plug in and stop some of this.
That's Andrchik at second now. Shin. That one's inside. Make it 2-0.
Good pitch.
The runner over at third base was the courtesy runner for the catcher, Orozco. That's number 11, Kirk Felikian. That one's in the dirt. Shin in the driver's seat here. Top of the order due up next with Joseph Lakari. Still just 1 out here. Bottom of the second inning.
Gotta try and get this hitter.
That one's low. Shin takes his walk, loads the bases right back up. Does put the force out back on, though, for a double play opportunity. And here comes Lakari. Another guy who had a great first week of the PSCL, looking to continue it here as the PSCL continues to go all the way for a month straight. 1 down here, bottom of the second. First pitch to Lakari. He takes it low and in. 1 ball, no strikes. Still nobody up in the Jacks bullpen yet.
Coach Sam trusting his starter. Understands that Gillespie's got the ball today.
That one finds the zone on the outer half. 1-1 count now. On the Rush, center fielder, Joseph Lakari. That's a strike. This time on the inner half, it's now 1-2.
Really good pitch there by Gillespie. Really good. And if I'm Lakari here, I'm thinking drive the ball, hit a double, knock all these guys in, keep the momentum on our side.
1-2 pitch from Gillespie. This one swung, hitting the right field. Little blooper. That one's going to get down in front of the right fielder. 1 run in. Held up over at third is Andrchik. Makes it 4-2 Rush. Still just 1 out. Bases still loaded.
Really good piece of hitting there. Staying on that ball, just poking it the other way.
Rush 1 run away from rolling over the inning as Cade Amine steps up. This one in the dirt, squeaks away, not far enough. Hadley over to get it.
Good block there by Hadley, sticking his nose down.
4-2 Rush. A 5th run would roll over this inning. Gillespie trying to keep it right here, keep it close for his Jacks. That one's in the dirt as well. It's 2 balls, no strikes. Long look in now. Gillespie has a sign, come set. 2-0 pitch. Up high, 3 balls, no strikes.
Got to try and get back in there. Get this guy before this inning gets rolled over. Got to do everything you can to stop the bleeding here for the Rush.
Christian Garcia now starting to get loose in the Lumberjacks bullpen. 3-0 pitch to Amine. That one misses outside. That's ball 4. And Amine will take his base. A run will come across. Now 8-2 rush. Lumberjacks going to try to chip away on the other side. Eric Polanco up to the dish for the Lumberjacks. They find themselves down 8-2 now as we're at the top of the 3rd.
Jack's just got to stick to a plan. Base runners is the key. Get a couple guys to the plate here. Start chipping away at this lead and comfortable, good, solid at-bats. Get you right back in this.
First pitch swinging. That one's fair inside the bag. Around first, going for second is Polanco. He'll reach there easily, standing up. First pitch swinging. He's got himself a double. The Jacks trying to chip away.
Good piece of hitting there. Just hooking it right down there into the line. Down the third baseline. Good piece.
Better bring up Binyam Gebhardt out of Olone Community College. Playing shortstop today. He's pitched for the Lumberjacks as well. Pitched well. Got a runner at second here. Nobody out. The pitch from Weckerly. In there. Strike 1.
Gebhardt trying to get that feel right now at the plate. Feeling like he's really getting his hands to the zone quick and trying to stay long through. You can see him getting the feel down.
Weckerly looks in, gets his sign. That one outside to the backstop. And moving up 90 feet. Now just 90 feet away from scoring is Eric Polanco.
There's a statistic that says there's a leadoff runner on third base with no outs. He scores 84% of the time. So you got to feel confident as a member of the Lumberjacks right now that you're at least going to respond with 1 here in the top of the 3rd.
Another wild pitch like that, a ground ball, a sac fly, a lot of ways to get it done. We'll see if Gebhardt can do it. Top of the order with Stillwell to follow.
Gebhardt trying to stay under control here.
Swing and a miss.
Understand the job that you have to do as a hitter right now. you can't hit a 6-run home run. Stay under control, hit a ball hard somewhere.
Next pitch from Weckerly. This one fouled off. Out into Sunrise Park behind the stadium here. Gebhardt and Weckerly doing battle here. Gebhardt trying to help the Jacks chip away at the deficit. Polanco's at third. This one swung, hitting the center field. Hard line drive. Catch will be made by Lacari. Tagging up is Polanco. He will score. 8-3. Jacks get back on the board. Start to chip away.
Good way to get it done there. A good piece of hitting there by Gebhardt. Poking the ball out there in the center field. Definitely deep enough to get that run home. So it's big time there.
He did his job.
If you can get at least one back in the inning after you and your team gave up 8, good confidence booster. Know that, hey, we can score whenever we want to, so we just got to stick with the plan and go get it.
The Jacks are known to put runs up in a hurry. Here comes the leadoff hitter, Caden Stillwell. He hits one hard line drive into left field. You got a piece on that ball, and he's going to reach first base with one down here, trying to get another rally going.
Good piece of hitting there for sure. He hit that ball hard as I've seen one this week.
Chase Robertson now to follow. Trying to keep it going here for the Jacks. Inch back away at that lead. It's 8-3. Rush are leading. Still early here, just the top of the third inning. First pitch swinging is Robertson as well. This one's popped up left side and just gets out of play. No balls, one strike.
Just a centimeter away from that being down the line over there in left field and him being able to leg out a double, and hopefully that run scores on first for him. We'll see if he makes that adjustment here, Zach.
Baseball is a game of less than inches sometimes with the way you hit a baseball.
Very true. Very true.
A 1 count from Weckerly. This one fouled back. Robertson right on that ball, but fouled it back. He's down.
A ball above here, thinking swinging a ball above where that pitch is coming in, and you've got yourself a hard hit line drive somewhere.
Stillwell leads off first with one away here, top of the third inning. PSCL baseball action, Jacks versus Rush. Oh-2 pitch from Weckerly. Swing and miss. He got Robertson. Down on strikes. There's 2 down now.
Pitch there from Weckerly. Elevating the fastball a little bit outer half of the plate. That's one of the toughest pitches to hit in baseball. Elevated fastball, outer half of the plate away from you, especially when you're in protect mode.
Here comes Caleb Harmon. Struck out his first time, but been one of the better Jacks hitters early on this season. He's got Stillwell at first, 2 down. Weckerly trying to get it back to the hot rush bats. That one just missed the outside corner.
Say big league take there. That's what we like to say. Good set of eyes there, watching that one go by.
Harmon from the get-go of the at-bat choked up a little bit. Squatting down low in the left-handed batter's box. Lefty-lefty matchup. The pitch from Weckerly up by his eyes. 2-0.
Staying confident at the plate. Put a ball in play hard somewhere. Everything else out of your control.
Two out, one on. 2-0 pitch. Up high makes it 3-0. When you got a big lead like this, Alex, on the mound, how important is it to just throw strikes, trust your defense to get back to the bats?
100%. You've got to make the offense beat you. That's the biggest thing when you got a lead like this to try and protect. It's just, hey, this is what I've got. This is my best. Show me what you got. That's yours. And whatever ends up happening by the end of the day happens.
That one in there for a strike. Makes it 3-1. Harmon's still way ahead in the count here.
It's big, too, to stay confident on the mound on the spot like this. You got a 5-run lead, and you're just, all right, here you go.
3-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Battles
Pitch
back
there.
to full count.
Pitch there by Weckerly. Seems to be getting down the mound a little bit better here.
Making some in-game adjustments.
Yeah. Really using that lower half to propel himself down this beautiful mound here at Palm Springs Stadium.
3-2 payoff pitch coming. Stillwell with 2 outs off with the pitch. This one's fouled off. They'll do it again.
Pitch.
Harmon able to spoil that one.
Really good swing there by Harmon. I do notice ever since he's gotten to this full count, he has choked off about 1.5 inches of that bat that he's swinging. So definitely trying to stick with the approach, have fast hands to the zone, hit a ball hard somewhere, put it in play.
Yeah, he started the at-bat a little choked up. He's even more choked up now with 2 strikes. 3-2 payoff pitch again. This one fouled off again. Nice battle going here between Lucas Weckerly and Caleb Harmon. That's what baseball is all about, pitcher versus hitter.
Absolutely. It's a tough place to be for Weckerly, too, because you just wish that one of these pitches you throw gets this guy to swing over top of one or something like that, and it just doesn't seem that Harmon wants to go away.
Weckerly gets his sign. 3-2 payoff pitch. Ring him up. Hit the outside corner. Harmon thought he had a walk. Weckerly gets the strikeout. It's still 8-3 Jacks. 8-3 Rush. Jacks get 1 back across. The Rush try to take that run back on the other side. Stay tuned on the PSCL Baseball YouTube channel. Zach Reynolds back alongside PSCL alum Alex Ogletree here. Bottom of the 3rd inning now. Rush versus Jacks. First pitch from new pitcher Christian Garcia in the dirt. 1-0 to Blake Nelson.
You know, if I'm Garcia here, I'm just thinking, get the ball, take the hill, and fill it up.
And that one hits Nelson. He'll take his base. An inauspicious start from Garcia. Rush trying to add to their 8-3 lead, trying to knock off the Jacks, who come into this one undefeated early on in the PSCL season. It's going to bring up Jeremy Brown, who's 1 for 1 with a hard hit into left field. Went the other way his last time up. First pitch swinging again. This one right side. Can't be handled. Gather, throw, safe at first. 2 hits for Jeremy Brown, an infield single there. That was a tough play for Robertson to make, trying to range to his left.
Yeah, super tough play there. You've got, you're jamming your glove down into the dirt, trying to pick that one clean, and then I'm sure as a second baseman, you've got a ball hit to you like that, the immediate reaction is turn around and flip double play, and if not, at least get that lead runner. But, a lot of responsibility there for one ground ball, and it's just a tough play you can come up with.
That one on the inside corner for strike 1 from Garcia into Sawyer-Ewart. 2 runners on, nobody out. Rush threatening again against the Lumberjacks here. Nelson at second. Brown at first. Swing and a miss from Ewart. It's 0-2. Garcia trying to shut things down for the Jacks and keep it right where it is so their offense can go to work to chip away.
Yeah, Garcia's got a funky little arm slot.
Runner goes towards third. This one's popped up. He's going to have to get back in a hurry. Caught by Robertson. Flip to Gebhardt. And they can't make the play. Got in his mind a little bit on that one, possibly.
Maybe rushed that one a little bit thinking, oh, we got to go. Maybe not understanding how much time he actually had to get that throw off. And Gebhardt with a really, really good effort on his end, trying to lay out and hold the bag there. But, hey, still 1 pitch away.
So 1 down now as the pop-up was caught there by Robertson. Nelson was able to get back at second. Garcia checks Nelson out there, now fires home. That one low to Trine Schmidthuber. Trine Schmidthuber from Trine University. One to him, check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
Good pitch there. Sweeping slider. The backed up slider doesn't seem to be an issue here. That thing is moving.
That is a really funky arm angle, especially I imagine for right-handed hitters with Garcia on the mound.
Oh, absolutely. No doubt about it.
Nice breaking ball in there for strike 2. Especially he's working from the third base side of the rubber, so everything's seeming like it's coming from behind the right-handed hitters.
Absolutely. Our hitting coach used to always tell us, when you get a guy that's throwing from a slot like that, you get as close to the plate as you possibly can, and you just bail out to everything away.
One left a little outside. Schmidthuber laid off the temptation.
Another story is I was walking up to the plate with a guy like this, and a teammate of mine had just struck out, and I asked him what he see, and he said, good luck.
Never want to hear that walking up to the dish. This one low and inside, runs it full 3-2.
And I did strike out that at-bat for any of you wondering.
Well, you could have lied, but we thank you for being honest.
Absolutely. At all times.
Nelson at second, Brown at first. 3-2 count with 1 away here, bottom of the third. Rush threatening. Pitch from Garcia. Fouled back. Good battle here with Schmidthuber.
Garcia commanding that slider really well right now. Kind of throwing that thing wherever he wants to. Looking really good up there on the hill right now. Kind of taking command.
Slider heavy here is Garcia. See if he goes with another one. 3-2 payoff pitch. Went with one, ends up behind Schmidthuber. And a hard turn at third. Now a stumble, but Nelson back to third base. Schmidthuber takes his walk. The bases will be loaded with 1 down.
You know, as a pitcher, you never want to get in the mindset of, I got to do it myself, but maybe that's what Garcia's thinking a little bit right now. Just got to understand we are always, with the runners where they are right now, 1 pitch away.
Absolutely.
Anywhere on the infield works for a double play ball right now. So
Marcus Burton coming back up here. He was came up his first time up with the bases loaded.
You got to be a pretty happy camper right now if you're Marcus Burton. Bunch of RBI opportunities today.
First pitch to him this time from Garcia. A little up. 1-0. Garcia wanted that one. So 1-0 count on the rush right fielder, Marcus Burton. Trying to put more across. They lead at 8-3 already. That one outside. Leaks away from Hadley, but he gets to it in a hurry. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Runners stay put. Bases are loaded. 8-3 rush. Looking to break this one open even more. They'll take as many insurance runs as they can get because the Jacks can put up runs in a hurry.
Yeah, the Jacks really disciplined at the plate, so.
Check swing.
We'll
Did he
see.
go? Looked like he went. No. Calls
really
no.
good. Really good hold there. That's tough. You're committed to that swing that entire time you're watching it. The very last second, you try and bail out of it. That's a great hold there.
Burton in the driver's seat here. I believe it's a 3-0 count.
Green light.
That one's inside. Burton will take his walk, and a run will come in. It's 9-3 rush. Bases still loaded, still just 1 out for the catcher, David Orozco.
Still 1 pitch away here.
Garcia gets a sign, comes set. Breaking ball floats up, left up high, 1 ball, no strikes. Rush are content with taking their walks and free runs, but you know somebody wants to hit one in the gap to break it open. This one tapped foul from Orozco, 1-1 now.
A little bit of an excuse me swing there, maybe thinking that one was something that it wasn't. Tried to cut that swing off halfway through, but at that point can't really stop it.
One and one count now on the Golden West College backstop. That one in there for a strike. Good pitch from Garcia.
There's that slider again.
So it's 1-2 now on Orozco. Griffin playing in front of the runner at first base, thinking about going home. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. 2 down. Garcia got Orozco there. Big out number 2.
Really good pitch. That thing is sliding.
He's been using that one a lot. That's been a good pitch for him.
I wonder if he's really thinking about that one more so as, you know, the new hot pitch in baseball, the sweeper.
Austin Andrzyk steps in. He fouls the first one out towards the parking lot. It's 0-1. Garcia trying to get out of this with just allowing the 1 run.
Garcia in a tough jam, had a couple opportunities at some double play balls and still sticking with it. Looking good.
That one's outside. Good play from Hadley to range over to stab at that one.
Yeah, Hadley saved a lot of runs this morning, keeping these rush base runners at bay.
1-1 count now for Andrzyk. He goes swinging, hits this one in the right field, hit well. Camping underneath it, the right fielder going to put it away for the Lumberjacks. But the Rush add 1 more. It's now 9-3. Jacks try to inch back on the other side. Jared Batanian up for the Jacks, trying to set the table and start a rally. They're down 9-3, trying to avoid their first loss of the season here. Top of the 4th inning at Palm Springs Stadium for PSCL baseball action. Zach Reynolds, Alex Ogletree on the call. Lucas Weckerly still on the mound. 4th inning of work, first pitch in there for a strike.
Good pitch by Weckerly. Starting the inning off clean. Fastball away. Landed it well to the left-hander.
Was a little wild there in the first inning. Gave up a couple of runs. He's settled down pretty well since then. 0-1 pitch inside, 1-1.
It's real easy to settle down when you got a 6-run lead, too. Makes it pretty nice when you're up on the hill.
Absolutely. We talked about it last half inning. He was out there just, you got a big lead, pump strikes in there. Don't be afraid to let them make contact and let your defense go to work.
Absolutely. Have to be able to as a guy who's getting the ball as a starter.
1-1 pitch, swing and a miss.
The best part about it, too, is pitcher's going to feed off the hitters and hitters are going to feed off your pitcher. And if you guys have that good balance all day, put up a bunch of runs in one game.
Absolutely. They got a 9-3 lead here. 1-2 pitch on Jared Batanian. Taps this one towards first base. Fielded cleanly and stepping on the bag over there. That's Jeremy Brown for out number 1. So a nice quick out there for Weckerly. And in will step the catcher, Brecken Hadley, excuse me. And now he'll try to get something going. Been really good behind the dish defensively, now trying to add to the cause offensively.
Saved a bunch of runs. I'm sure he wants to score some, too.
That one just misses, not sure where. It's 1-0. Hadley trying to get through 4 innings of work here for the Rush. That one just misses as well. It's 2-0 in favor of Brecken Hadley. If you can get 4 innings out in a 7-inning game, then you've certainly done your job for your team.
Absolutely. You know, you start getting in that 4 2/3, 5 innings. You know, that's a quality start. And
this one hit past the diving third baseman Nelson. That's a base hit for Brecken Hadley. Sent that one the other way, right down the third base line. Trying to get something going for the Jacks. They got a man on now.
Well, I think the good thing here for Weckerly is, hey, even though that ball was hit pretty darn hard, at least he put it on the ground, gave us a chance. So with a 6-run lead, it's still a confidence builder. It's not like, you know, you're giving up screaming doubles down a line over people's heads. Still getting the ball on the ground, giving your infielders a chance. Good effort there by the third baseman for the Rush.
Weckerly would take another ground ball here. Swing and a miss from Pickowitz. It's 0-1.
Big fan of this approach by the lefty hitters for the Lumberjacks. Really sticking it the other way, trying to go that way, especially with the lefty on the bump like Weckerly. Trying to really stick to that approach and go that way with it. Drive balls into left and left center.
0-1 on Pickowitz. That one misses low. It's 1-1. If you're a hitter at the plate and you're down 6 runs, how do you stay confident and stay believing that you can put up runs in a hurry and get right back into it?
You just got to understand that it's a baseball game. It's going to go back and forth, and we've got plenty of at-bats left. We just got to stick to the plan and try and put together quality at-bats as a team, and if everybody's on the same page with that, good things should happen for you. Of course, at the end of the day, baseball is a process-oriented sport. The only sport on the planet where you can get a hit 3 out of 10 times and be considered a great. So sticking to that plan as a team, and hopefully these runs start racking up for the Jacks.
This one's tapped into play. Weckerly over, fires to first, throws a strike. Back pick attempt, safe over there is Tarling, the courtesy runner for Hadley who got on. So the runner moves up, but they do get 1 out. So that's now 2 down here in the top of the 4th.
You know, if I'm in that Rush dugout, I'm screaming, PFP, PFP, which pitcher fielding practice.
It's so important. It's an underrated part of the game.
As our old pitching coach would say, we practice those.
Asfar up now. Uncommitted player. He goes first pitch swinging, taps it foul. 0-1. He's got Tarling out there at second base. If he can bring him home and chip another one away. They were able to get one in the top of the third, but then the Rush took it right back in the bottom half. So it's still a 6-run lead for the Rush, 9-3 here. 2 away, top of the fourth.
Yeah, with the lefty on the bump, really trying to stick to the approach. Go the other way with the baseball, drive something in the right center, get that run back, keep chipping away. That'd be the 4th inning in a row that the Jacks would get a run.
Swing and a miss there. It's 0-2. Weckerly's allowed a few base runners, but he's been able to shut it down when it matters. Looking to do the same here. Tarling at second. 2 outs. 0-2 count on Leo Asfar. Runner goes. That pitch outside. Throw down. They got him. What a throw from behind the dish for David Orozco. Helps out his pitcher, Rush. Still leading 9-3. We're heading to the bottom of the fourth. Stay tuned on the PSCL Baseball Network. Sungmin Shin at the dish for the Rush. They try to score for a 3rd inning in a row. It's 9-3. They lead it. Christian Garcia back out for his second inning of work. First pitch in there for a strike. Shin and then the top of the order with Lakari and Amine due up this inning for the Rush. This one's hitting the center field. Ranging over and making the play out there.
Good piece there, just a little under for Shin there.
That is Harmon out in center field making that catch. So to bring up Lakari. A quickie out there for Garcia. I'm sure Coach Sam DiMatteo loves to see that. Would like to have Garcia eat up as many innings as possible. There's another strike on the inner half, 0-1 on Lakari. Oh, 1 pitch. Just missed the outside corner. Good pitch, though.
You know, if Garcia has another foot to play with between the mound and the plate, that's probably a strike with the way that ball was running back towards the outer half of the plate there.
Slider hits the outside corner that time.
There's that Frisbee again. That thing is gross.
A lot of movement on all of Garcia's pitches. He's ahead 1-2 on Joseph Lakari, the Rush center fielder. Just got a piece of that one off the end of the bat. He stays alive.
And Garcia's the kind of guy that'll throw you a fastball that starts middle to a righty. Just end up right on your hands and have your thumbs hurting for the next 10 days. I know that feeling all too well.
1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Another great breaking ball and a quick 2 outs. Garcia looks to be settling into a groove of his own here.
Man, that thing is good.
Especially from that arm angle, I can't imagine.
I would love to know what the spin rate is on that.
So that'll bring up Cade Amine, trying to get something going here in the bottom of the fourth. This one, first pitch swinging up the middle, just past Stillwell at second into center field. So Amine has got himself a base hit to keep the inning rolling to Blake Nelson.
It's a great job there by Amine, just going back up the middle, working a ball right up the gut there, giving his pitcher a little bit more time to hang out in the dugout, especially out here in this heat. With the way he's rolling right now, you want to give that guy as much rest as possible as you can keep getting that amount of output from him.
Pickoff attempt back in safely is a swing and a miss at that one. Another good off-speed pitch. 0-1 on Nelson. Second from third for the Lumberjacks. There's strike two.
There we go.
And fresh in this inning is Jose Carranza over at third base.
That one looked a little bit more cuttery, if I'd say so.
Runner goes. That point pitch outside, throw down, not in time. Good throw from Hadley, but a good jump has Amine in at second base with two down here. And a 1-2 count on Blake Nelson.
Just got an update from our analytics team here at Palm Springs Stadium on the flight scope. Garcia's spinning that slider between 22 and 2,400 RPMs, which is phenomenal and makes perfect sense.
1-2. This one's popped up right side, going back on it. That's going to fall in between the right fielder and first baseman. Batanian comes up firing. The throw a little to the inside. Run will score. Throw down to second. Not in time. Now heading for third and now staying put is Nelson. So it's now 10-3 Rush with a little luck on their side on that bloop single.
You know, as a hitter, you'll take them how you can get them. That one there kind of jammed him up a little bit. A really good pitch there by Garcia, playing off the slider. Fastball in on the hands and was just able to muscle that thing over the first baseman and in front of the right fielder. Our hitting coach used to always say you can't be afraid to get jammed. And as a hitter, I wish I would have listened to him more.
Worked out in the Rush's favor that time. That one misses up high to Jeremy Brown, 1-0. Batania came up firing. The throw was just a little inside, away from the plate. So the run came across the score. There's a single, and Nelson moved it up to second on the throw. That's where he's at with two down. And a 2-0 count on Jeremy Brown at the dish. Rush lead 10-3.
Garcia's got to remind himself that that single he just gave up was not hard hit, and it just found an unfortunate spot on the field for him. Keep the confidence up. Keep going. Stick to the approach that he's got, attacking these hitters, and try and get out of this inning here.
Well, it's definitely easier said than done, but like you mentioned, I mean, he did nothing wrong on that one, just got unlucky to give up that run. Ought to be able to keep his confidence. 3-0 pitch, hits the outside corner. It's 3-1.
Good pitch there. Right on the outer half, elevated a little bit. Definitely know you're not going to get a swing on a pitch like that, so that's well put.
Garcia trying to battle back against Brown here. 3-1 pitch. This one swung, hit high into right center field, coming in. Batanian's going to make the catch. That does it for the fourth inning. Rush push across another. They continue to score a little bit at a time. They lead 10-3 as we head to the top of the fifth.
5th. Alex Ogletree and Zach Reynolds with you here on the call. Lumberjacks here trying to stage a little comeback. See how we do with the leadoff hitter here.
Lucas Weckerle is still on the mound. It's his 5th inning of work now. Abraham Hernandez stepping up to the dish now. His first plate appearance. That one's in there for a strike.
Good start again.
Abe Hernandez made his power debut last night. Caught a couple innings, had a couple of at-bats.
No, I think the only thing that Weckerle's struggling with in these last couple innings is that hat.
That's coming off.
Every time.
That one a little up high. 1-1 to Abe Hernandez, the catcher now.
But, hey, I'll tell you, if you're knocking your hat off your head every time you throw a pitch, that means you're creating some torque. So Weckerle's getting down the mound, using the lower half, and really trying to pump it in there.
He's been good. Just 3 runs through 4. 1-2 now. Trying to get through a 5th inning of work. 7-inning games. We're getting into the later innings now. Jack's running a little low on opportunities. Got to get something going here. Top of the 5th inning, 1-2 count on Abe Hernandez.
Jack's got 9 outs to try and get 7 or more runs here. And as we've seen throughout the PSCL, you know, these guys, they can do it. There's a team out here this summer that can put up runs in bunches. It's the Lumberjacks, led by head coach Sam DiMatteo.
Undefeated on the season, but staring that first loss down in the face right now as they try to come back. They're down 10-3. 2-2 count now on the catcher Hernandez. The pitch from Weckerle. Swung on, popped up right side. Brown over to give it a chase. And can't quite make the catch. It'll get down and foul. He was coming close to the bullpens there. I think he made a money decision there not to try to run up on those mounds. I don't blame him.
Can't say I blame him either, Zach. That's a tough spot to be in as a first baseman. Playing first base myself, you're running in a full sprint over your left shoulder to try and catch a ball in foul territory, worrying about bullpens, worrying about sprinkler heads, worrying about loose dirt. You know, never a fun situation to be in.
So just a foul ball, and it's still 2-2 on Abraham Hernandez. 2-2 offering from Workley. Fouled straight back. Hernandez battling.
I really like the way Abe is getting the hands going during this at-bat. Hernandez is really just out there throwing his hands at the ball with some force. Really, really, you can tell, trying to get the feeling of catching that baseball way out in front of his front foot and trying to drive balls around this yard.
He's fouled off a couple in a row. Another 2-2 pitch. Inside, he runs it full, 3-2. Good at-bat to start the inning here. Exactly what you want out of a leadoff hitter. Take some pitches, foul off some pitches, work the count, and try to get on base any way possible. The table setter. Deep breath. Now the pitch from Workley. And that one misses. Hernandez with a fantastic at-bat and a base on balls there.
Really good there. Sticking to the approach. Understanding you don't got to do too much in a leadoff spot there. Going to get his courtesy runner to come on for him. And he'll go get his daps from all of his guys in the dugout, picking him up, saying, hey, thanks for getting us on there to start this inning.
Did his job. That'll bring Kim Tarling to pinch run for him from Westcliff University. He's the courtesy runner. And stepping up to the dish, it's Owen Powers from Jefferson College, his first at-bat of the day. DiMatteo getting some new guys in there now. This one, first pitch swinging, popped up. Foul out of play down the right field line.
Yeah, Westcliff University, a really good program on the rise. Only started a couple years ago, but they're in the California Pacific Conference of the NAIA. Teams you might have heard of, such as Antelope Valley, which is where the Powers' own Noah Blythe plays. Really good conference, so looking for a good AB here by the Westcliff product.
Check that. Westcliff product, Owen Powers on deck. This is Drew Griffin at the dish from San Bernardino Valley College. But Powers is on deck. He will come up to the dish in this inning. But first, it's the big first baseman, Drew Griffin, 6'4", 215. That pitch misses up and away.
Good leave there. Like the competitiveness in this at bat here. Dude's fired up. See
Still,
that feel swing there. We're really trying to feel his hands on the top of the zone. He knows Weckerly's trying to elevate that fastball. Really trying to drive a ball through there and stay inside of it.
hitters count here. Tarling leads off first. The pitch from Weckerly. Swung, fouled straight back. Still no movement out in the Rush bullpen, so this one's on Weckerly for now, and he's thrown a lot of pitches. He's battled. He's been a warrior for him.
And I'm sure that's been a conversation that Weckerly and the head coach have had today, you know. Got to have as many arms as we have available for the weekend here upcoming. And Weckerly, if you still feel good and you can take the ball and go command it, it's going to be yours today, big guy.
That one misses up high. Going to run it full, 3-2. With Tarling at first. Nobody out here, top of the fifth inning. Rush lead 10-3. Jacks trying to get a rally going and inch back into it. Runner goes, 3-2 pitch. This one's hit left side. No chance at two. They'll throw across the diamond to get the Griffin at first, but the runner does move up to second. Smart to run on the pitch there.
Good pick out there by the first baseman for Rush. Stick his nose down in it.
Rush coach to talk things over with Lucas Weckerly. As now the Westcliff University product will look to come to the dish. Or actually, Owen Powers from Jefferson College, Westcliff University, represented by Cam Tarling. He's at second base, a speedy infielder. So after the meeting on the mound, Weckerly's still out there. Now there's movement out in the bullpen for the Rush, but just getting started to stretch out there. Coach still has confidence in the starter Weckerly, trying to get through his fifth inning of work with one down here. Top five, a 10-3 lead for the Rush.
You know, Zach, after that meeting, if you're the guy on the mound here, what's your feeling on the runner that just advanced to third on a pass ball by Weckerly? How do you feel about him being in scoring position here? Are you worried about him at all, or?
Well, you know, it's a 10-3 lead. I think you have to trade outs for runs now at this point. And just throw strikes. Be afraid. Don't be afraid to get contact. Try to get a ground ball for another out. If a run scores, you still got a 6-run lead. Go right at the hitter. That one just misses up. It's 2-0 to Owen Powers. As the hitter, are you okay with trading an out for a run, or do you want to get that base hit for sure?
Honestly, if I'm at the plate right now, it's all about extending innings, making pitchers throw us more strikes and make him collect outs. And I'd be lying if I said I'm not trying to hit a double here. You know, you kind of have to in this mindset. Obviously, it's really difficult to trade places with a guy on third base, but if you can get a run in and have yourself standing on second by the end of this at-bat, I'd say that's a pretty darn big win for the Jacks if they can get a double or even a single here.
3-0 pitch up high. Powers takes his 4-pitch walk. Runners at the corners.
Well, if I'm the Jacks, we'll take the walk too. Anything we can do for base runners this late in the game is good by me.
That'll bring up now Binyam Gebhardt. Really good shortstop defensively. Good pitcher trying to help the cause on the offensive end. Runners at the corners, one down here. Weckerly started this game. He's still out there. Runner goes. Pitch up. Orozco not going to bother with it.
Great decision there by Orozco. There's no point in launching a ball out there and trying to get that out there at second base when you know that even if both of these runs come across, you still got a 5-run lead for Weckerly. So good decision to put that one in the pocket.
Trying to focus on the hitter, and they get a strike there. A swing and a miss. It's 1-1 on Gebhardt.
Situations like these where Weckerly just walked a hitter before you, you've really got to key into understanding what Weckerly's trying to get you to do and try and stay away from his pitches and get yours.
1-1 pitch. That one apparently missed. It's 2-1. Looked good.
That one might have been a little bit upstairs. But I agree. Probably a strike, but
So 2 on in scoring position for the Jacks. 1 away here, top of the 5th. 2-1 hitters count for Binyam Gebhardt. Weckerly, the pitch. This one's popped up. Weckerly in. Can't find it, and that one drops in fair territory. Gebhardt will be safe. Weckerly couldn't find it. Neither could Orozco. Dropped just barely in fair territory. And then hit off of Orozco before going into foul territory. So that's a live ball, and the bases will be loaded. Big opportunity for the Jacks. Top of the order, Caden Stillwell coming to the dish.
kind of talking about it earlier with that pop-up down the third baseline, but tough one too. Looking up at right now about high noon or so, a little bit past noon, 1 o'clock. Sun's right there above us, and it's a tough play to make. Staring up, you got a big ball of sun looking right down back at you.
Stillwell in with the bases loaded. The pitch from Weckerly. Strike on the outside corner, 0-1.
Good response there by Weckerly. That's all you want in your starter.
You know, I still think, yeah, bases are loaded. You don't want to give a cookie, but throw strikes at the bottom of the zone. Try to get that ground ball.
Yep, absolutely. Have to. Got to keep attacking the zone. The lead this big.
This one hit hard at shortstop, just past his glove into the outfield. 1 run in. Here comes another. Gebhardt to third. 2-run score. It's now 10-5. Jacks inching back in it.
You know, I understand the process there of trying to get the runner at third base, but you sacrifice the ability to keep that runner off of second base, and now Weckerly's got to make sure that, you know, he fills up the zone here in this at-bat with good, hard strikes, because the opportunity for a double play ball is now negated.
Yeah, and with 2 runners in the scoring position, another base hit to the outfield like that Stillwell just had could make it 10-7. All of a sudden, it's just a 3-run game.
You're talking about it all day, Zach. These Lumberjacks, they can score in bunches. It'd be a comeback of the summer if they can pull this one out.
Jose Carranza at the dish now. First plate appearance for him. First pitch up high. 1 ball, no strikes.
Looked like he tried to tug a slider in there and put it down in the zone, and came up in a little bit early and just pushed that one up to the top of the zone.
Carranza from Grossmont College. 1-0 count. Outside, 2 balls, no strikes. And now Colton Reese out in the Rush bullpen getting ready in a hurry. Weckerly might be towards the end of his tank here, just trying to fight. 1 down here, top of the 5th. Long break here for Weckerly. Now he'll step back on the rubber and look in.
Yeah, regardless of what happens here with Weckerly, if I'm a Rush player, the first thing I'm giving that guy, high five, and then a cold towel.
That one misses outside. It's 3-0. He has labored hard for the Rush, trying to eat up innings.
A big win for the Rush here if they can knock off an undefeated Lumberjacks team. So you know Weckerly as a competitor is trying to keep these guys at bay here in the top of the 5th.
That one in there for a strike. Finds the zone. 3 balls, 1 strike. With Carranza at the dish.
And if it's the one we're looking for here, I feel to shade it a little bit, right side of second base.
That one misses up. Bases back loaded. Carranza takes his walk. And here comes the 3-hole hitter, Caleb Harmon. Harmon will step up with a huge opportunity to put the Jacks right back in this game.
The Rush coach trusting his starter, keeping Weckerly out there on the mound. A lot of trust over there in the Rush dugout.
That one up high at Harmon's eyes. 1 ball, no strikes. Brown playing in on the grass, so he can fire home if he needs to. This one hit hard in the right field, going back on it. It's the right fielder. He's not going to get it. That one's down to the wall. 1 run in. Here comes another. They'll hold up Carranza at third, but 2 across. It is 10-7. Jacks right back in it with a 2-run double from Caleb Harmon.
Big swing of the bat there, turning the tide, getting the momentum all the way back in the Jacks dugout. And best part about that one is you still got 2 runners in scoring position.
4 runs across in the inning for the Jacks. Still 2 on. 1 more would roll it over. Jarrett Batanian at the dish. Infield drawn in. 1 down. This one popped up into the outfield. And nobody saw it. That one drops. Here comes another for the Rush. Or for the Jacks, excuse me. And that is going to tie this game, I believe, at 10-10 with a rollover. 1 run comes across. That makes it 10-8. There's 2 left on base. The inning rolls over. It is 10-10. We got ourselves a brand new baseball game.
Man, we keep talking about it all day, and it finally came to fruition there, Zach. Jacks scoring runs in bunches, and the boys in green have tied this one up here in the top of the 5th.
We're tied, 10-10. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Rush try to take it back. Don't go anywhere. This is a great one on hand. Zach Reynolds, Alex Ogletree here with you. We got ourselves a brand new baseball game. It's 10-10 here in the bottom of the 5th. Jacks push across 7 and roll it over. They tie it up. Rush with a chance to take the lead back. Christian Garcia has been really good. He's back out there for the Lumberjacks.
Yeah, Zach, and the way that last inning ended was kind of reminiscent of the Super Regional round this year of the NCAA College Baseball Championships. Super Regional between Stanford and Texas, and Texas right fielder, center fielder lost that ball in the sun and gone on to lose it. And moments like those, if you're a baseball fan, make you really happy or really sad.
This one tapped foul, makes it 0-2 on Ewart. Yeah, that one, was popped up. It got farther out in the outfield than I expected, but the left fielder, Shin, just never saw it. He never moved. The infield was drawn in, so the shortstop was never going to reach it. And it just fell right in between both of them.
It's a tough spot to be in for the Rush left fielder there.
0-2 and a swing and a miss. Garcia sets down Sora Ewart on 3 pitches. 3 nasty ones.
Great pitch there by Garcia. Taking the momentum with full swing. Had a lot of rest there in that inning. He's coming out, firing, attacking these Rush hitters.
So to bring up Trine Schmidhuber. First pitch, another breaking ball, another strike for Garcia. He is in his groove. Might as well keep throwing him until they prove they can hit him. That time the fastball, strike on the outside corner. Now he's got both pitches working. Breaking ball. There it is. 3 up. 3 pitches there. 2 3-pitch strikeouts. So I'm not going to mention anything about that. Here comes Marcus Burton.
Looking for something cool here from Garcia, and I think we'll leave it at that. Garcia's mowing him down right now. Got a really good feel for that slider.
Burton steps in. There's strike 1.
Strike.
Outside corner. That one turns Burton away. It's a strike anyway. 0-2. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and an immaculate inning from Christian Garcia. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts on 9 pitches. The Jacks stay with the momentum. They're back to the bats. Stay tuned. This one's going down right to the wire on the Power PSCL Baseball Network. The Lumberjacks with a ton of momentum on their side, a 7-run inning, and then an immaculate inning from their pitcher, Christian Garcia. Now they're back to the bats here with Brecken Hadley back at the dish.
You know, Zach, I think the first pitch of that inning there from Garcia was a fastball. Second one was a slider, and that's all he threw the rest of the inning. Slider, 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 slider.
It was working.
You got a pitch that's that deep in your bag, use it to your advantage. That thing was moving.
Throw it until they can prove they can hit it. That one missed to Hadley. It's 2-0 on him. New pitcher on the mound for the Rush is Colton Reese from Delta College, 6 foot, 200-pound right-hander. Down 2-0 here to Brecken Hadley. That one's inside. He's down 3-0 now.
Missing inside a little bit here. Just got to try and change up the release point on that fastball a little bit. Doesn't seem like he's missing high, just missing in. Maybe step a little bit closer or switch sides of the mound that you're towing. Those should be strikes right there at the heart of the plate.
3-0 hitters count for Hadley. Takes that one a little up.
You know, you never want to tell a pitcher to slow his arm down, but you can tell him to change up the timing a little bit on when that release point is finishing off at.
So that'll put Hadley at first. Looks like this time he'll run for himself. He's no longer doing the catching. I'm going to bring up Jaden Pickowitz. First pitch he sees is outside. 5 balls in a row from Reese to start. He's reaching back and throwing it hard, just not quite finding the zone. Looks in, gets a sign, checks the runner. That's Hadley at first.
And, you know, we were talking about it a lot this morning about how
this one's hit in the right field. This one's way back at the wall, and it's out of here. Jaden Pickowitz with a home run, and the Jacks take a 12-10 lead. The comeback is complete.
Well, I'll finish my thought. I was just saying how earlier this morning Zach and I were talking about how lefty-heavy this Lumberjacks lineup is, and at the end of the game when you need a couple left-handed hitters to come in and face a hard power righty, you've got the bat stacked up in the lineup, and it pays off for Coach DiMatteo and the Lumberjacks right now. Great lineup construction, a lot of confidence in his guys, and it's paying off right now.
What a game this has been. It was 10-3. Now it's 12-2 Jacks. That one, Colton Reese came in. He threw 5 straight balls and then left a meatball over the plate, and Jaden Pickowitz did not miss it.
9 straight unanswered runs here by the Lumberjacks, and they have taken complete control over this one.
Here comes Abe Hernandez, his second at bat of the game. He walked his first time up. That one in there for a strike on the lower third. It's 0-1. Nobody out here, top of the 6th. 12-10 Jacks.
Comeback of the summer.
This one fouled straight back. It's 0-2. I mean, when you're undefeated, you're going to have some games like this. You're going to have to show effort, show heart, and they've showed it. It's not over yet. Rush still have a chance to, come back of their own, but right now it's looking good for the Lumberjacks.
And, the confidence has been one of the biggest things that's been impressing me today, because these Lumberjacks have not lost a step. They were down by 7 at one point pretty early on in this game, and not one time did these guys ever look like their foot was off the gas.
That one fouled out into Sunrise Park. Hernandez stays alive. Still 0-2. 12-10 Jacks off of the Jaden Pickowitz home run. And they're looking to keep rolling here. Nobody out. 0-2 pitch coming from Colton Reese. Outside, Hernandez takes it. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Zach, I feel like today on the call we've kind of been like those old school Zoltar fortune teller machines, because we've been saying it all day that these Lumberjacks can score runs in bunches, and it's been happening here over these last 3 innings where these guys just keep chipping away, and now they have the lead here in the top of the 6th, and Garcia looking after the offense gets done putting up runs here to go out, see if he can get to the 7th and go ahead and finish this thing.
It's 2-2 now on Hernandez. And the Jacks don't think they're done yet. They're going to try to score some more here in the 6th. Nobody out. Trying to keep it going with Abe Hernandez at the dish.
Yeah, I don't care how confident you are on the Lumberjacks right now and Christian Garcia's ability to fill up the zone right now. There is still something to be said about the way that this game's been going. And obviously runs can be scored at any moment. So if I'm the Lumberjacks, I definitely want a couple more runs here, and that's a good base hit there.
Hernandez hit that one through the 5.5 hole just past the shortstop. He'll get his courtesy runner. That's Cam Tarling. Still nobody out. 3 in a row have reached for the Lumberjacks.
Good piece, staying on a breaking ball there, poking it through the 5.5 hole.
Tarling leads off first. Pitch to Griffin, up and in, 1-0. (12-10) Jacks here, top of the 6th. Nobody out. Runner on. And a 1-0 count on Drew Griffin at the dish. Colton Reese on the mound for the Rush. This one low, 2-0.
Wouldn't be surprised to see some action over here at first base. Maybe see if we can advance here, steal second base, put us in another spot for the Lumberjacks, score a couple more runs.
Only a 2-run lead, not comfortable yet. And there he goes, Tarling off, pitch, buzzes the tower, no throw from Orozco.
And there's the steal attempt I was just talking about. Lumberjacks are successful on that one. Now we got a runner in scoring position and a 3-0 count here at the plate.
Orozco seeming to tell his pitcher there, just focus on the hitter, one guy at a time. 3-0 count. Tarling leads off second now. Reset. Checks the runner. Fires home. Tarling off again. That one's inside. No throw again from Orozco. Runners will be at the corners as Griffin takes his walk.
Runners at the corners. Lumberjacks looking to put up a couple more runs here.
Absolutely. We're going to get time called, and that might be the end of the day for Colton Reese. Struggled finding the zone. On the one time he did, Pickowitz turned on it and hit it way out of here in right field. That's what made it 12-10 Jacks, and they're still threatening, nobody out. Runners at the corners. We'll see if this is the end of the line for Reese or just a talking to from the coach.
Well, Zach, we've seen 3 home runs here in Palm Springs Stadium in the last 24 hours. What do you think these hitters are feeling right now? Do you think it's changing temperature, balls are flying farther? Do you think it's finally settling in, seeing some live arms, getting used to pace of play, feeling the game? What do you think it is?
Well, definitely a combo of all three, but it's getting a little bit warmer, the wind not blowing in as much, and then also just it's just the confidence of, you think this is such a huge field, but it can happen. Once you see one, it can happen. You just got to hit the ball the right way. We've seen one to left. We've seen 2 to right now.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like breaking the ice. Once the first one goes, then it becomes a downpour.
Colton Reese still out there. First pitch to Owen Powers, fouled out of play, 0-1.
Yeah, playing these last couple of years, there's nothing like when your offense goes up there and hits a home run in the first inning, because then you just kind of get the feeling like, oh, yeah, it's going to be a good day.
Absolutely. Gets the whole team rolling.
Give them something to jump around about in the first and just keep rolling. Lumberjacks didn't really get off last couple of innings. Obviously scored 3 in the first, but here we go, and they're back at it, tacking on more runs here, seeing if they can do more damage here, top 6.
Nobody out here in the 6th. 12-10 Jacks. 0-2 count on Powers. That one in the dirt to the backstop. Here comes another. Tarling's going to score standing up. It's now 13-10 Jacks. And moving up to second base as well is Griffin. So he's now in scoring position. Still nobody out. 1-2 count now on Owen Powers from Jefferson College. This one's hit into right field, going back on it, into foul territory. He's going to let it go. It's going to land foul. Not sure if he was going to get to it out there and right, but even if he did, maybe smart to let it go so the runner can't tag up. Or at this point, are you just trying to get that out?
I think at this point, really just trying to collect outs. Not so much worried about the runner to advance to third there if we do make a play in foul territory, just because, you kind of got to put some confidence into your pitcher and say, hey, we've got outs. You just got to keep letting the guys put balls in play, and the defense will back you up.
Reese does it himself there. Gets Powers swinging out number 1 of the 6th. Got him to chase that one. It's going to bring up Binyam Gebhardt. With one down and a man at second base, that's Drew Griffin, the big first baseman from San Bernardino Valley. First pitch swinging, first pitch missing is Gebhardt, 0-1.
Looks like he's throwing a little bit of a cutter right now. That one had a little bit of like a late life cut to it at the end. Doesn't really have that slider or curveball action, though. I wouldn't be surprised if that's what he's throwing.
0-1 on Gebhardt now. Reese fires another one home. That one's up high. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Reese really using the mound effectively to get down. Looks like he's up a couple ticks from his first inning, but struggling to find the zone right now.
He certainly does seem to be throwing hard. It's just a little wild. 1-1 pitch to Gebhardt. This one's popped up right side. Foul territory over towards the dugout. And it's going to land foul. Couldn't quite be chased down by Brown. That one right up against the net. Now 2-strike count. 1-2 on Binyam Gebhardt.
Gebhardt putting together a good at-bat here. I'm sure he's looking to hit a ball hard somewhere. Get this run home. Tack on another insurance run for the Jacks here in the top of the 6th.
Reese got the first out just moments ago on a strikeout swinging of Powers. Looking for the same here from Gebhardt for out number 2. That one just misses. Reese thought he rung him up, didn't get the call. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Really good pitch there by Reese. I'm not exactly sure where that one missed. My best guess would be that slider on the outer half probably missed up.
So 2-2 count now. Runner leads off second. There goes Griffin. Great jump. No shot at getting him. He's in standing up at third. That one missed high. It's run full. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
What a ridiculous lead and jump there by the runner on second base to be able to steal third like that. You know, they always say you want your feet moving when you're trying to steal third base, but I don't think a lot of coaches expect you to be halfway down the line before the pitch is at the plate.
And that one's going to hit Gebhardt. Catches a piece of the umpire as well. Gebhardt will take first. That puts runners at the corners with 1 down.
Never like seeing that there. That's difficult for the umpire to deal with, especially in this heat.
So that'll bring up top of the lineup and Caden Stillwell. Athletic trainers are going to come out and check on the home plate umpire here.
It's Corinne down there making sure he's got movement in the hand, trying to see where the swelling is, where the actual contact point was. Corinne's been great this summer, taking care of all the PSCL teams along with our power umpires and even some of our staff and interns here this summer. So shout out to our athletic training staff. They've been phenomenal for us, both Corinne and Andrea.
They've done a great job.
I've had a couple blisters and cuts on my hands over the last couple of weeks, and they seem to patch them up pretty nicely. So,
Reese looks into Stillwell. Runner goes. Throw down. Gebhardt is safe. Griffin.
Rush doing anything they can right now to try and get out of this inning so that they can go hit here in the bottom half of the 6th. Reese doing everything in his power, fill it up, and give his boys a chance.
That one misses. 2 balls, no strikes now. That one up high. 3-0 to Cade Stillwell. Make that Caden Stillwell.
Now, in a situation like this, runners on second and third, you got a 3-run lead in top of the 6th. If I'm Stillwell, I don't care where it is. If it's a middle, right in the happy zone, I'm taking.
That one missed inside, so make that 3-1. That's my bad. On the count. 2 runners on in scoring position. 1 away here. 13-10 Lumberjacks in the top of the 6th. 3-1 pitch. That one missed high, and now Stillwell will get his walk and load the bases.
Good at bat there by Stillwell, making Risto a couple more pitches than he probably would have liked to. And it looks like we're going to get a visit here by the Rush head coach, making a call to the bullpen.
Looks like it'll be a new pitcher in. 13-10 Jacks. Don't go anywhere. This one's not over. Jacks still threatening. Rush still with a couple more opportunities to come back. We'll tell you about the changes on the other side. Stay tuned on the PSCL Baseball YouTube channel.
And we are back here. Alex Ogletree and Zach Reynolds. 13-10 game. Jacks on top. Top of the 6th. We got a new pitcher entering the game for the Rush. We got Augie Cohen, number 28 out of San Bernardino Valley College. So a local guy looking to come in and stop the bleeding a little bit here for the Rush in the top of the 6th inning.
1 down. 3 across already. Bases will be loaded for Jose Carranza.
If I'm Carranza, I am trying to do damage here, Zach. Blow this game open, take all the momentum for myself, hopefully cruise to a Jacks victory.
First pitch from Cohen in the dirt, 1-0. A base hit to the outfield could score 2, and if that happens, that'll roll it over. And that would, in turn, essentially break it open. This one left up. It's 2-0. Jack started the inning with a walk and then a bomb from Jaden Pickwitz. They've added 1 since then. It's 13-10. This one fouled straight back.
That one was looking like it was coming for us if it wasn't for our safety net here at Palm Springs Stadium. I think Zach makes a play on that.
Absolutely. I've been waiting all year. It'll happen. We'll get one up here. I'll make the catch.
It will happen. I was Alex Ogletree, in case you forgot. I definitely clanked a ball pretty bad off my hand the other day during a power game as our on-deck hitter for the Jacks makes a web gem, picking them off a one-hop down there in the on-deck circle.
Did what you could not.
Did what I could not is correct. Yeah. We had a packed house that night, too, and I dropped it in front of everybody with my parents in attendance as well.
1-2 count. This one swung, popped a mile high.
That should do a job there.
Into center field. Catch will be made by Lakari. He goes with the throw to third base. That won't be in time, and a run will come in. That makes it 14-10 Jacks.
Zach, did you see that little deke there by Lakari? Trying to act like, oh, I don't have this one. I don't know where it is. He actually got Gebhardt on second base to jump a little early until Gebhardt realized, oh, he's just messing with me. He actually does have a beat on this one. He's camped right under it. Let me go ahead and tag up here.
Just another game inside the game.
Always.
Didn't quite work, but there's 2 down now. Runners at second and third.
Jacks move to a 14-10 lead here in the top of the 6th.
Next pitch from Cohen misses outside, 1-0 to Caleb Harmon, who had a 2-run double his last time. Inning started 10-10. It's now 14-10 Jacks. Cohen on the mound trying to stop the bleeding for the rush. This one popped foul on the third base side. 1-1. Gebhardt at third, Stillwell at second, Harmon at the dish. The pitch from Cohen in the dirt, 2-1. Cohen looks in for a sign from catcher David Orozco. Gets it and comes set. 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Nasty one there. Evens it up at 2-2.
Really good pitch there. You got to swing over something like that. That's how you know he's probably fooled, sitting on something maybe he wasn't expecting.
Maybe looking for a 2-1 fastball. Didn't get it. Dropped off the table.
Really good pitch there by Cohen.
See what he goes with here. 2-2.
He might double up here.
He did. Threw another one in the dirt. Harmon laid off that time. Runs it full.
Good pitch-to-pitch adjustment by Harmon. Laying off the one he just got fooled by.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here. Top of the 6th. Jacks lead 14-10. Looking for more. Payoff pitch. Swung on. Hit hard. That one gets through into right field. 1 run will come in. Here comes another. That'll roll the inning. So that'll make it 17-10 Jacks. That'll roll it over the rush. Try to chip away and get back into it when we come back as we head to the bottom of the 6th. Stay tuned. Eric Polanco on the mound for the Lumberjacks now. And a tall task for David Orozco stepping up to the dish for the Rush as he has to try to start a rally here to get back into it. This might be their last opportunity as we are over the 2 hour and 10-minute time limit now. First pitch misses outside to Orozco, 1-0. It is possible to score 7 or 8 runs in an inning. We've seen the Jacks do that.
Absolutely.
The Rush.
And the Rush have done the same today. It's definitely not out of the question yet. Whoa.
That one misses up and in. It's 2-0.
Buzzing the tower there, going up and in. Saw a couple of his warm-up pitches seem to be the miss a little bit, but I'm sure as the inning kind of goes on, he will find the zone. There's one.
Swing and a miss. Good pitch there. 2-1 count now. Jacks were down 9-3 at one point. 10-3 actually, and made it all the way back.
Polanco working here. I'm sure he got told by the coaching staff and his teammates, hey, man, go fill it up, and whatever happens, happens, but we got your back on defense.
And there's a walk for Orozco with a emphatic bat flip on that one. A couple of those up and in. I'm sure he didn't love that.
It's never fun to have a baseball coming flying at your head.
Did his job, though. Got on base.
Leadoff hitter aboard, and that is a win right now for the Rush. One thing at a time.
And the courtesy runner for him is going to be number 6, Elijah Reel from Salem Community College. A little more speed on the base pass for the Rush as they try this comeback.
If I'm the base coach here, I say to that courtesy runner, you don't really matter right now as a base runner. You can't score us 7 runs if you cross the plate. So station to station, let the offense go to work. Pass balls, of course, will advance, but anything other than that.
Runner goes. This one inside to Andrewchick. Throw down. It's there. The tag. Apparently not in time. Looked good from here. Call safe on the field.
A little close for comfort there if I'm the coaching staff for the Rush. Because, man, that one's close. Now, I get you got to try and get some momentum going, but pretty risky play there, but it pays off for the Rush.
Reel in at second now with nobody away here. Bottom 6. This one misses up to Austin Andrewchick.
Polanco working hard to get down the mound and fill up the strike zone with fastball. Seems to be humming a little bit. Polanco's got some good life to the fastball.
That one's in there for a strike.
Good arm side run, 2-seam fastball there. That one was good.
Owen Powers getting a little loose out in the Lumberjack bullpen just in case he's needed. With a 7-run lead, though, I'm sure they'll stick with Polanco for a bit and trust him. Next pitch from Eric Polanco. Outside, Andrewchick takes a walk. First 2 reach for the Rush here via the base on balls.
Coach DiMatteo going out to talk to Polanco. Just like we had spoken about earlier, I'm sure Coach DiMatteo is not telling him anything crazy. Hey, it's all good. We're okay. Got a 7-run lead. We appreciate you trying to throw for us today.
Well, he didn't have it. Walked a couple guys. Here comes Owen Powers to try to shut things down out of Jefferson College. Lumberjacks lead 17-10. Rush threatening to get back across the board and start a rally of their own. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after the warm-up tosses. Owen Powers takes over on the mound here. We do believe, due to the time limit, that this might be the Rush's last chance here. They've got 2 on, though. And Shin at the plate. First pitch from Powers. Just misses. 1-0.
You know, I understand. Oh!
That one.
Really close there.
Just foul. Hit hard right down the line.
That would have been a big-time momentum taker for the Rush there. I understand the mindset of why we maybe lay down a bunt there on the first pitch of this at-bat, but I'm a firm believer that in a spot like this, down, chasing 7, you've really got to try and swing and dry balls here.
Yeah, one misses up and away. Two runners on for the Rush. Nobody out. The pitch from Powers. In there for a strike. 2-2 now. Sungmin Shin at the dish from Odessa College by way of South Korea.
Shin pretty polished. Really good ball player right now in the PSCL, putting together some quality at-bats, sticking to his plan. I actually have a couple of friends that are born and raised in South Korea, similar to Mr. Shin down there, and they get after it. You know, a lot of baseball academies from a young age, a lot of fundamentals work. So, really polished ball player for the PSCL here.
Payoff pitch.
Great leave.
Just missed outside. Bases will be loaded. Nobody out for the Rush.
Quality take there by Shin. Well, Rush here starting to put together a couple quality at-bats here. Late game bottom 6.
They're not going away.
Not going away. And that just seems like something the Rush would do in a game like this.
First pitch to Lakari in there for a strike. He's the leadoff hitter.
Oh, man, that one had a lot of run to it.
That one just jumped right back into the zone.
Sure he's not scuffing up these baseballs because that one had a lot of English on it.
0-1 on Lakari. That one in there. Strike 2. Powers ahead here. Trying to get out number 1 of the 6th inning. Jacks lead 17-10. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him on 3 pitches.
Really good pitch there. Looked like a changeup maybe to me. Changeup up in the zone. Just get him out on the front foot just a little bit. Just enough to miss a barrel there.
Now to step up. K. Itamine. Double play could end it here for the Jacks.
Rush still chasing 7, but in a pretty good spot here. Only 1 out. Bases loaded.
That one misses up high. 1 ball, no strikes. Approaching 2 o'clock. It's 1:52 here. Game time started at 1:26. We were over the time limit here in the bottom of the 6th inning. This one swung, hitting to right field. Batanian coming in. That one drops right in front of him. He'll fire home. Throw there, the tag not. So a run comes across. It's 17-11. The Rush start to chip away.
And we go station to station again. The Rush keep the bases loaded. Still in a good spot to do some damage here late game. Bottom of the 6th, with possibly this being their last at-bats of the game. Pretty favorable spot here for the Rush.
Blake Nelson up now. Bases still loaded. First pitch from Powers floats in there, strike 1. 1 away here, bottom 6.
Good first pitch there by Powers. Switching it up. Going on off-speed pitch.
0-1, that one in there again. Quickly, 0-2.
Get behind fast here. Now you're in protect mode with the bases loaded, chasing 6. Got to try and put it together here.
0-2 pitch from Powers. In there, ring him up. That time on the inner half. Nelson didn't like it. 2 down here, bottom of the 6th. Jeremy Brown, 6'4", 240-pound lefty, stepping up to the plate. Might be the last hope for the Rush here. Powers gets his sign, fires home. That one up and away, ball 1.
Ooh. We're geared up at the plate. We are trying to take a ball for a ride here. Get some momentum.
1-0 inside.
Good
Two
leave.
balls. No strikes.
Got the slim tapered pants. Some people would refer to these as dirty mids.
2-0 pitch in there. Strike one, 2-1.
He's trying to drive a ball somewhere.
Bases are loaded for the Anoka Ramsey Community College first baseman Jeremy Brown. Powers, the Jefferson College pitcher on the mound. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Powers, one strike away.
Good bat speed here. See if we can have him put it together. Drive in a couple runs here for the Rush.
This one popped up. Stillwell coming in. That's going to be caught by Gebhardt. On that one, does it? The Lumberjacks remain undefeated. They come back from down 10-3, and they win 17-11. What a game all the way through, Alex.
Absolutely. Great time watching it today. Phenomenal, phenomenal game. A lot of resiliency from the Jacks today. Led, obviously, at the helm by Coach Sam DiMatteo. Looking forward to seeing what these guys can put together. Lumberjacks are off to the races, and that'll just continue to boost the confidence and hopefully propel them to a couple more wins in a row here for the Jacks.
They are still undefeated. We saw a lot today. A home run from Jaden Pickowitz, an immaculate inning from Christian Garcia, and a couple of crooked numbers. Jacks win 17-11 over the Rush. Thank you for joining us for another day of PSCL baseball. For Alex Ogletree and all of us here at the PSCL, I'm Zach Reynolds. We'll see you next time.